Can you say learning? Learning. When the first time I came on stage, I talked about two things. I said, since we are not medical doctors, spend more time understanding the problem you're trying to solve. Do you remember that? Spend more time doing what? Understanding the problem you're trying to. The second thing was understand the solution you're trying to offer people. Those are two things. If you know both of them and you know how to work with them well, people are going to call you. I was telling my people there in the morning, someone will call you at midnight and you still talk to them and they pay money. You understand? That is if you understand what you're doing. Okay? Now, content creation, creating accurate and responsible content. Can you read it together? What does it say? Creating accurate and responsible content. We are dealing in health. Do you all know that? We're not selling shoes. We're not selling clothes. We're talking about what? About health. Any slight mistake you make, they will come for you. Someone has died. They will pin it on you. I'm not trying to scare you. You understand? But it's something to think about also. We're talking about health. We're dealing with human beings. Someone can come here and start. I was talking to VP Frank. He was telling me one customer came and he was very furious because someone was given supplements and they got a different reaction. So the guy was furious and he was reacting badly. And it's just because of how we are creating our content. You're getting me? Now, the purpose of this training is to just guide you, to remind ourselves on what to actually do online. Because every time you open your camera and you start talking into the camera, you're showing the whole world what you know about that problem. You understand? How many of us here, you've gotten a customer calling you and saying that, I've been watching you for some time now. I feel like I should buy. How many of us? My hand is up. How many of us? I want the class to be very interactive for you to pick what I'm saying. How many of us here, you've gotten someone calling you and saying, I've been watching you for some time now. Today I want to buy from you. My hand is up. Okay? When someone first lands on your video, chances are very high they will not buy immediately. You understand? They want to know you as a person. Do you understand what you're talking about? Because I see people, someone has just started, it's okay, you can start them on content right away. But what content are you starting them on? They are complex topics. Can you say complex topics? They are complex topics that when you open your mouth to start talking about them, you may spend some time without making money on TikTok. Complex topics like what? It is complex and simple at the same time, if you understand what you're talking about. Topics like diabetes. How many of us say you know diabetes? You've done videos about diabetes. My hand is up. How many of us? That's a complex topic. Why do I call it complex? Because people who have this condition, they have doctors they are working with. Right or right? Has someone called you and received the products and they say, let me first talk to my doctor before I start? Have you gotten those people saying that? I've had people saying that. That's a complex topic because they don't want to mess up. Anything small, the sugar will go up. Now, diabetes is funny. I call it complex because what is going to raise someone's sugar may not be the food they have eaten. You understand? It can be the stress that they have had in the day. It can be anything can cause their blood sugar to go up. Now, if you rush and you start creating content on that topic, yes, you may make some money because I've seen people make money with little information, which is very good also. But I want you to spend time understanding the problem you're trying to solve. Once you understand something, it becomes easy for you to sell to anyone confidently, to explain to them confidently without blinking. And you see, you can easily tell that someone is lying just by talking to one-on-one. Right or right? Even you, when you're on TikTok and you're talking, you're very confident lying to people. They will say, this one here is here for other reasons. You understand? I want you to imagine this. Someone has been struggling with the problem for 10 years, for 20 years, even 5 years, even 2 years. They call you. Hello, I watched you on TikTok last night. You were talking about diabetes. Tell me more about your products. Now, usually they don't tell you how long they have been with this problem until you ask. Right or right? Now, someone who has been with the problem for 5 years, they know their problem, they know how it makes them feel, they know what is going to raise their blood sugar, they know what happens when they take the kinds of foods that you told them not to take. They know everything. You understand? Now, you who has not spent time learning the problem, you were talking things that were not connecting. That is why that guy, the doctor, is just a performance marker for us. The guy who is pinning our videos, he's trying to show us that go back and learn what you're trying to do. You understand? You're doing the right thing. We are doing better job than most of some of the doctors. Let's first clap for ourselves. That I am confident. I want us to clap for ourselves for that. We are doing a good job. Because when you go to the hospital today, and there are many patients, they don't give you the time, the kind of time we give our people here. Right or right? We take time to explain to them, to break down complex terms for them, and they understand and they buy the supplements. When you go to the hospital, very fast, the guy writes in a bad handwriting, he writes for you medicine you don't understand, and tells you, you come back after 1 week. If nothing changes, you come back. Do you relate with that? But for us here, we give you time to explain to you insulin resistance. How does it come about? How is this product going to help you with this? We explain, we do a better job than some of the doctors. Let us clap for ourselves again. But now, I want us to also go back and spend time learning about some of these problems that we're trying to create content about. Okay? Because every time you open your camera, people are going to call you from all over the world. How many of us have gotten calls from people outside Uganda? Show of hands, you've gotten calls. I've seen you on TikTok, I'm in Saudi. Let me see you, by show of hands. Okay? People are going to call you from everywhere. But they're going to buy from that person who seems to know what they're talking about. You understand? Who seems to have understood the problem they're trying to solve. Now, someone was asking me one day, how do I create trust with these people? Tell your neighbor the information. The information you share on your TikTok is going to show this person that you know what you're talking about and you're the right person to buy from. The information you share is going to build trust with this customer. You understand? And the best follow-up also is still your TikTok page. Because someone is sick, they have called you, they're the ones who need you. Right or right? Yes, you need them because you need the profit. True or true? But they need you more because they need life from you. You have something that could potentially help them to become better and solve their health challenge. Right or right? Now, because they have called you, they picked you out of many. There are some customers who, they even threaten you. By the way, I have watched other people's videos, then I picked you. They're already telling you, if your price is high, I'm going to buy from your neighbor. Right or right? They tell you, I have watched many people like you, but some people are genuine. They tell you, you seem to have explained and understood my problem better. That's why I've called you. You understand? So it is very important. Please don't rush. Don't rush to do a video because your upline did a video and it went viral. No. Spend time. Sit down with him. I'm not saying don't do that video. You do it. But after doing it, you sit down with this person and ask them, tell me more information about this topic here. What do I need to know? Okay? You're going to get different kinds of people reaching out. There are people who are more informed than you. They will call you not to buy but to challenge you. Some even will tell you, you first go and do your research again, then you come back to TikTok. Customer can tell you that. You understand? Some of us are wondering why people call, they do videos, people call, but they don't buy. They say we shall call you back. Can you say we shall call you back? Can you say we shall call you back? Then you'll be there on pressure because you need CVs, you need to qualify 500 CVs, you start calling them back. They say, Mzee, I will call you back. I'm the one who is sick. I'll do what? I'm the one who is sick. I will call you because I'm the one who needs you, not you. But because you're on pressure, you need to qualify. Upline is asking for CVs. You start putting people, calm down. Tell your neighbor, calm down. Just create quality content. You understand? The content you put out there is follow-up also. The best follow-up you can give your people who have called you already is you posting another video. quality information. Another video, posting on your status. Another update about what, that is the best follow-up. Because every time someone watches your video from start to finish, the next videos they're going to be seeing, they are your videos. You're getting me? So make sure you post. You always keep posting so that this person is feeding on your information always. That's why they call you. By the way, I've been watching you for some time now. You talked about sciatica, you talked about this, you talked about diabetes, you talked about this. Now, why I call some topics complex, some of us here can testify. You did videos on a particular topic for 1 month. If you look at the time you've put in and the money you've made from just that content creation of that particular topic, you realize that you did work, yes, but no one has called you to buy from you about diabetes. It is complex. People have different reasons why they buy. Sometimes they buy the confidence that you portray in your videos. The way you talk, people are going to buy. People buy for different reasons. We can't tell. You understand? And also, someone will watch her video but buy from this one. Have you seen those people? They pick someone's video. They pick maybe, let me say, anyone. Let me say Mr. Bruhan. They watched his video. He's my upline, so I'll use him as an example. If someone picks Mr. Bruhan's video and then sends it to me, do you have those products? I need them. Like, but that's not my face in the video. I want to buy from you. Do you have them? Do you have those people? I have them also. You understand? But because this person has compared, I think this person here is the right person to buy from. I'm not saying we are doing the wrong thing. We are doing the right thing. But you just have to do what? To improve. We have to improve. Create accurate and responsible content. One of the trainers during our Wednesday, someone helped me press there, okay? Now, why accurate content matters in affiliate marketing? Trust. Can you say trust? Trust drives sales. People are more likely to buy from marketers who give honest, useful, and dependable information. We are in the information age. Can you say information age? The same chat GPT you're using to get content, even your customer has that chat GPT. What is the difference factor? How is it going? You are now the different. You are the one who's going to create the difference. The way you talk and the way you communicate that information out there. You understand? Now, our customers of today, they are very informed. I got one customer who called me. Hey, do you guys have resveratrol? I said yes. He came. We met. I talked to him. Then he asked me, how many milligrams are in the resveratrol? I told him 100 milligrams. He said, first wait. He pulled out his phone. He went to ChatGPT and he typed in, how many milligrams do I need per day of resveratrol? The thing told him 1,000 milligrams per day. He looked at me and said, my brother, I have to take many of these to get 1,000. Customer is what? Is informed. You understand? So you equally have to be informed, but you also have to be wise. You have to know how to maneuver. Now, trust drives sales. People are going to trust you depending on how you share your information, accurate information. Your reputation is your asset. Misleading posts may create one sale but can damage your credibility online. You understand? Someone says, Casta, I am selling. It is okay, it is working for you now. But what if even the customers who are planning to reorder land on that video that you spoke nonsense in? Do you think they will buy from you again? Will they buy from you again? Chances are very high they will not buy from you, okay? Customers make informed decisions. Give prospects enough accurate information to decide whether a product is genuine for their needs. Now, why I always say, understand the problem and understand the solution you're giving. It makes it easy for you to give someone the right recommendation. You understand? It makes it very easy for you to recommend something. You see, my happiness comes every day when someone calls me, man, I'm feeling better. I slept well yesterday. The tingling has stopped. The numbness, I'm not feeling it for 1 week now. That is progress. Can you say progress? That's what we should be fighting for every day. But it will come when you give someone the right products. You understand? When you give someone the right set of products, Accuracy supports retention. Can you read this part together? Let's read this together. This statement here. What does it say? Accuracy supports retention. A customer can buy from you today and buy from another person. It is okay. But for you to keep that customer is how you share with them the information. And when they go back, I recently got an order from Sierra Leone. The guy called me and he paid. We talked. After one day, he paid. He sent me $337. I delivered his products. Now, before receiving them, the guy texts me, man, I'm learning every day from your page. Every day, thank you for creating content like that. Every day I go back and I learn. And that gives me also happiness. You understand? Now, the man trusted me with his money. But when he went back to watch other videos I have done before, he found information relevant to him. So he started telling me other problems that people in his community are facing. He says, when I use this and I become better, I have this person in my church who has this problem. I have this person. So are you seeing how I'm going to keep this guy? Okay? He's going to keep buying from me. And I'm thinking about converting him into a member. Okay? Responsible content builds referrals. Can you say referrals? Referrals come from happy customers. True or true? You will not get a referral from a dissatisfied customer. You will not get a referral from someone who used your products and nothing happened for them. But the moment they use the products and they feel like they have lost 1 kilo, you understand? They're going to refer you. Every time. I have this lady who, she's a student at SLAU, St. Lawrence University. She called me one time and told me I need to work on my size. I've seen you post a lot about weight loss. What can you recommend for me? So I asked her a few relevant questions. I talked to her a bit. Then I recommended. I sent her Trimton and colon detox. The first 15 days she used. Then the next time I sent her the tea, she used also. Now, she went to Juba. She's from South Sudan. She went to Juba. She started sending me updates. Man, my people at home are telling me I am looking smaller. I've reduced size. Now, I don't know what happened, okay? But she kept sending me before, after. Now, through that, I got 5 customers from her. Others have bought already. Others are promising to buy and referring other people. That's a happy customer, okay? Now, responsible content helps. Happy customers are more willing to recommend marketers they trust. The easiest way for you to create trust is by sharing accurate information. You understand? Because these people we are trying to create content for, some of them are more informed than us. Some of them are doctors. How many of us say you've sold to a doctor? My hand is up. How many of us you've sold to a doctor? The guy comes and he says, man, I'm a medical doctor, but I want to try your products. How many of us? Hey, there are people in the audience. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. You did SST, you did some subject there, and man, today you're selling to a doctor. That should give you confidence. Let's clap for ourselves once again. Huh? It's a good thing. It shows, for me, it is proof that we are doing something good. Right or right? We are doing something good. If a medical doctor can come, they watch you on TikTok and they come. You talked about this, but I've tried everything in the medical world. It's not working for me, but let me try. There's a nurse I'm helping. She has a problem with her joints. She developed complications after giving birth. She had a problem. She cannot stand for more than 5 minutes. The day she called me, she was on bed. She had stopped working for like 2 weeks. So she was scrolling through TikTok, landed on one of my videos of joint pain. She calls me. Hello, how are you? We talked. I asked her questions and questions and questions. She answered. We concluded she was supposed to get 4 products and the total cost was 460,000. She said, I don't have that money. Can I start with 2? I said, it's okay. Joint flex, muscle bone. I sent someone to take. She received. After 5 days, she called me back. She said, I've called you for 2 reasons. Number 1, I've called you to quarrel. Why don't you check on your patients? You understand? I've called you for 2 reasons. Number 1, I've called you to quarrel. Why don't you check on your patients? She talks. I said, okay. Number 2, she said, by the way, guess where I am? I said, you are still at home on bed. She said, no, this is my second day at work. After 5 days of using the products, 5 days, she said, I'm at work, I'm working part-time, I'm working half day, then I go back home because the pain has, your products are working, by the way. I have bought products that don't work, but they keep calling me. For you don't call, make sure you call your people. She was now advising me, which was a good thing, good feedback for me. I like that. Okay? But then after 15 days, she said, I am feeling better, but I feel like I should continue. Now, you see, when you give someone the right recommendation, they're the ones to ask you for the next order. You're getting me? They're the ones to ask you for the next, because they've gotten results with the first one. By the way, you said I needed 4. Can I get all of them at once? There are some people who are going to come and they first want to try. First give me like 2. There's a guy who said, man, I spent a lot of money somewhere with supplements. We bought products, but they didn't work. So I want something. I want to first test. Can you give me for 7 days? Can you give me for how many? I told him, we don't have 7 days dose here. You have to take at least 15 days. He said, but I said, no. You see, the tin comes when it is sealed. You have to take it all. Then also, they take time to respond depending on your immune system. So I want you to take for 15 days. That will give me more information. That will give us now enough chance to judge whether it has worked or not. He said, okay. He took 2. But this lady I'm talking about, the nurse, she called me. She has bought like 3 times now because they are working. You understand? So you should have it in mind that whatever you're selling out there, it is working for people. But as long as you give the person the right recommendation, they will always call you back and even refer you to other people. You understand? Think long term, focus on building trusted brand than chasing quick clicks and commissions. Okay? We're building a long-term business. Even next year you'll need CVs. Right or right? Even next year you'll need what? You'll need CVs. Don't do this thing as if you're going to quit tomorrow. You want to make money very fast and you it's a process. You have to go through the process. Create your content, but make sure you spend more time learning. Okay? There's one person I want us to clap for in this room. I don't know about other people, but I'm sure you're putting in the same effort. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to put our hands together for Mr. Martin. Stand up, let them see you. I will tell people why. Let's first clap for Martin. Let's clap for him. Let's stand up, they should see you. Let's clap for him. You see, I like this guy so much for this. Every time you find him in the evening seated there with his earphones, he's learning something about what he's talking to people about. He's on YouTube. Can you say YouTube? Now, again, another place for you to get accurate information is YouTube. You understand? Spend more time on ChatGPT, on YouTube, and on TikTok. There it gives you more information to learn and to share confidently because you're sharing accurate information. Okay? I know some of us are confident. We confidently share wrong information. You understand? Now, I want us to change that. I like your confidence, but now put the right information so that when you share, someone watches you and like, okay, my grandmother told me he's struggling with this problem, and this guy seems to. Now, what you should know also, TikTok doesn't care whether you're new or old. You understand? As long as you do the right things, tomorrow you'll go viral. People will call you. But they should call you when you're ready with the information. It is useless for people to call you. Very many people, you're going to get, the posts we do, when you post every day, you're creating attention. Can you say attention? You're creating what? Attention. That attention is going to generate traffic. People calling you, reaching out to you, visiting the office. There was a season when you're here on phone, someone, man, you have someone outside waiting for you. And this guy didn't call me. You understand? You have a lot of people coming in. They should find you with the right information. That will help you to sell to them with ease. I was seated somewhere one day and someone said, how are you able to sell? They were asking one particular person, how are you able to sell very fast? In just no time, you're already in 1,000 CVs. The person said, I have been trying this thing for a long time. But right now, they are calling me when I am ready. I love that answer. They are calling me when I am what? I am ready with the information so that when they ask me, even if I am dozing what, I can still explain and someone still pays money. You understand? Spend more time learning. No, let's read this. What does it say? Know your product before you do what? You promote it. That was the point I started with earlier on. Know your product before you promote it. You have given someone hair, skin, and nails. The guy calls you back, like, my hair is okay. Why did you give me this one? Is it because I didn't come there, you just delivered blindly, or what? They bring it back. Now, because you don't understand the purpose, you start gambling. You call your upline, he also doesn't know. You call the other one, he doesn't know, you start sweating. You understand? Spend more time. You see, some of these people, you tell them, the labeling of the product is hair, skin, and nails, just like you're seeing. But why I'm giving it to you is because of this and this and this and what it is going to do for you. Before you say you have good hair, I want you to first use the products and tell me how you will feel after 15 days. Because the dosage is how long? 2 servings per day, those are 15 days. You understand? Okay? Understand the features. Know what the product does, how it is used, and what difference it makes for someone. What makes it different? You have to understand that basic information. A guy called me yesterday but one. I was in training, he called. Hello? Hey, by the way, is it okay for me to remove the outer coating of the product? In my head, because of the training I attended here by Mr. Ed, he said, that is misuse. Can you say misuse? Yes. Can you say misuse? Immediately the word came in my head, that is misuse. I didn't tell him that is misuse, but I told him, no, don't do that. It's not the right way. Even that part that you're removing has important ingredients that your body needs. If your fear is that it will not dissolve very fast, let me give you confidence. Take it with lukewarm water. It will dissolve faster. Understand? Know your product. Know the benefits. Can you say know the benefits? Know the benefits. Explain realistic customer benefits instead of promising outcomes that the product cannot guarantee. You understand? These are supplements. As you're talking to someone, don't make promises that your product cannot do. Someone says, they told me I have space in my spine. How can your products help me? Now, would you tell them it's going to cover up the space? That is an impossible thing. Right or right? You cannot promise that. You understand? You have to be honest they will trust you even more. You understand? Someone has been lame for years. Because they have heard you talk about muscle bone care and joint flex. They ask you, will I walk again? What do you tell them? Huh? Don't say yes because you just want to make CVs. Be honest with them. You understand? And know how to answer customer questions. There are people who want to trap you in your own words. They ask you a lot of questions. You say, every time a customer is asking you, you say this one is going to do what? It's going to do. They ask the same question. They're trying to get information from you. You understand? That share accurate information. Tell what the product is going to do. This is not a magic pill. Now, the way we do our marketing, we create an image in people that they're going to get results in 1 month. Right or right? The guy uses the product and he doesn't feel anything. It is okay because it's a supplement. They take long to respond in some bodies. You understand? In some, it works faster. There are people who have told me, I'm feeling better. In 3 days, the guy said, the pain has gone away on my side. I can sleep on it. After 3 days. There are those who have to call after 1 month and say, man, nothing is happening. And there's some customer I reminded, I told him, man, you've been with this problem for 10 years. Is that true? Is that what I remember? Did I remember it well? He said, yes. I said, man, if you've been with the problem for 10 years, you've used something for 15 days, do you expect a miracle to happen in 15 days? You have to be also realistic with your customers. You understand? Someone has been always, one question I always ask someone when they call me, how long have you been having this? How long have you been experiencing this problem? They tell you 5 years. Now, it is 5 years, But this problem could have existed even before the 5 years. Non-communicable diseases take time to form in the body. Do you all know that? They take time. Right now, some of us are feeling fine, but we are getting sick silently. That is the sad part. You understand? It's not something we can avoid. It's not something we can start talking nice about it. That is the fact. We are getting sick every single day. The choices we are making, the foods we are eating, the lifestyle that we're engaging in, all that is making us sick. As members here, this is for us. But you will discover later on, maybe after 5 years, that, hey, you have this problem here after doing a checkup. Now, you see, in Africa, most of us do checkup only when we are what? When we are sick. That is why someone says, I found out that I was diagnosed with this problem 2 years ago. Just know, 2 years before that, they had started becoming what? Becoming sick. Okay? So it's very important when any customer calls you, ask them, how long have you been with this problem? They will tell you. Now, use that information very well also. When they tell you that, you can be able to recommend responsibly. You can tell them honestly, you've been with this problem for a long time. I don't want to promise you very quick results because I don't know how severe or how the damage has happened. 5 years. Now, that removes the expectations of quick results. You tell them, honestly, I want us to focus on progress. Can you say progress? Progress. Talk about progress with this person. Don't talk about recovery immediately. Tell someone you need to use them for a period of 2, 3, 4 months. You tell them honestly, you see, I have dealt with different people with different complications. There are some who have to use this for 3 months for them to get fully better. But there are some who have to use it for 6 months. You understand? And some even have to use it for a year, depending on how severe the problem has been and how long it has been there. In your mind, I want you to always remind yourself, we are not selling magic beans. These are supplements. They take time to work. Their response depends on the person's body. If you've been taking a lot of medications before, you've been sleeping poorly, you've been eating bad, you've been sick, and it may take time to work for you. But that doesn't mean that it is not working. It is working. Just keep using. You understand? Keep doing what? Keep using them. Okay? Make responsible product claims. It's very important to understand we are selling supplements. Stop making guarantees for people. Are you sure I will heal from this problem? Are you sure? And you say, yes, you're going to become, even in 15 days, you're going to become, you're lying to this person. There are people who get results even less than 15 days. They get relief. Okay? There are words you should be using. Progress, relief. You're going to be registering some changes. Guide them through. They should know. Use realistic examples. Present testimonials and experiences as individual results, not as promises for everyone. Very important point. Use realistic examples. Now, how one person has used the product and it has responded well for them may not be the same way it's going to respond for another person, basing on what I talked about earlier. Different factors affect how your body uses medication. You and I can be on the same medication, become better before me, but that doesn't mean that I will not become better on the same medication. Maybe I have to use it more. You understand? So you have to be able to tell someone realistically. Be specific. Replace vague claims with clear, verifiable information and features. Disclose your relationship. Let your audience know. Then do not create false urgency. False urgency because you're desperate. You want to make money very fast. The customer will even reply, Muzee, I'm the one who is sick. Why are you overcalling me? You understand? They look at your call and they ignore. And every time you're overcalling a customer, I want you to imagine this. You go to a hospital and they tell you you have this problem. You didn't have the money. So you went back home. The hospital starts calling you every day. Do you think you'll go back to buy from them? You start questioning, this guy, what does he want to give me? Does he want to just kill me or what? You understand? That is the same image you create in someone when you overcall them. They are the ones who are sick. You're getting? That means they need you more than, so you don't have to be over calling this person. He will call you when he's ready. Okay? There are people who reach out. Honestly, they get the right information at a time when they don't have the money. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? A lady bought from me yesterday. She bought 4 products. She's coming for more too on Saturday. But this lady saw my video and reached out to me on July 15th. That was last month. Right or right? We talked for 7 minutes. Then she told me, when I get the money, I will call you. I said, okay. So yesterday, around 11 a.m., she texts me. Hello? I want to come. I've gotten some small money. Some what? Small money. The small money she was talking about was 300,000, 360. I've gotten some small money. I want to come. I said, it's okay. You come. I'm around. I sent her the address. I sent her a live location. She came at 4 p.m. So we met. We talked. We had agreed on taking 4 products, but after talking to her more, I realized she had other problems. I added her 2 more products. But she saw my post on 15th of what? Of July. She bought yesterday. What's the date of yesterday? 18th. You understand? The reason why you're on pressure sometimes is because you have very few customers. Okay? Don't put people on pressure. Yes, they are sick, but you didn't give them the money to come and buy from you. When they get the money, as long as you shared with them genuine information and solutions that can help them, they will look for you. Are you following? Are we together? Very good. Okay? The next point we have, ladies and gentlemen, is this here. Verify content before you post. Can you read it together? What does it say? Do you have uplines in the room? Do you have uplines in the room? Yes. During the week, was it on Monday or last week? I landed on a video of a guy telling people about diabetes, which is a good topic. I call it a complex topic. You remember? The guy was talking about insulin as akauka. Please, you'll go and watch that video. It is somewhere. Even the doctor has pinned it. You understand? The guy is calling insulin akauka. Now, let me ask you, honestly, is that accurate information? Is that accurate information? If you read through the comments, someone said, bro, just sell us your medicine. Don't explain. Don't do what? Just sell us your medicine. Don't explain anything. Because anything you're saying is wrong. That's why I said some of us are very confident, but we are confidently sharing wrong information. That is why I said that. You understand? So you should verify the information. Spend more time learning. If you said HIV is akauka, I can understand. That is the thing. You understand? But you call diabetes akauka, insulin is akauka? What is akauka? Eh? What is it in English? I was watching the video with one friend of mine. He said this one deserves sticks on the stomach. You cannot lie to the whole world because there are doctors watching. There are people who have paid school fees to learn these things. Now, when they watch you and you're lying to people, they feel like slapping you through the phone. You understand? So please, spend time understanding. Don't use your confidence to your advantage, but don't use it in the wrong way. Okay? Check product facts, confirm prices, availability, ingredients, specifications, and before you publish. Before you do what? You publish. Okay? It's very important. You see, when you have agreed on something with someone, you have told them the combo is liver care, muscle bone, omega-3, and colon detox, for example. Then suddenly, colon detox is out of stock. Okay? Now don't put joint flakes instead of muscle bone because instead of colon detox because it is what is available. You tell this person because this product is on high demand. Can you say high demand? It has gone out of stock, but give us a few days, it will come, and I will inform you when it comes. You understand? That is also something to think about. Honesty and what? And trust you build with your customer. Are you following? Okay, verify. Check links for those who are using your website for marketing. Check if it's accurate. Okay, verify statistics. Do not share impressive numbers unless you can identify a credible source. Review testimonials. Make sure testimonials are genuine, accurately presented, and used with permission. Very important. Used with what? With permission. Now, last week, our CEO shared a testimony from a guy in Zimbabwe. Okay? That was a very good testimony. Now, some of us just copied and pasted on our statuses. Man, the guy's number is there. Please rub off the number. That is, you didn't ask him his permission to display his number on your status. Are you getting me? Rub off the number. That is one thing that you can do. Just WhatsApp has that feature of cropping. Crop out the number and post it. That is, you have not asked the guy his permission. What if he comes for you? What will you tell him? Huh? Okay? Before you share someone's testimony, you ask them. Or if you cannot ask them, you find ways of rubbing off details that can trace back to them and post it. Check dates. Pause before sharing. A 5 minutes fact check can prevent public mistake. Now, all of us are doing videos. I'm not perfect, okay? I'm like you also. But spend time learning. Can you say spend time learning? Spend time learning, especially if you're not a medical person. That book we have, the Get Started Right and Strong, it has information about the products. Right or right? Spend more time learning about the products in that book. But also, our old presentation guide, you remember it? And that book is very good. I realized it recently when I was looking through. It has information you can share about each product. If you read through, you'll find the ingredients of liver care and what they can do for someone with different problems. That is all where we can get information. Now, when you log into your back office, there's a section where it has products. Have you all of us seen that part? Where there are resources, just scroll up to down, you'll see something about products. There are slides about products there also. More information for you to learn about what you're selling. That makes it easy for you to match the product to a customer's needs with understanding. Can you say with understanding? That is the purpose of that. Hassan? Okay, now this. Let's read it together. What does it say? Number 5. Create content that educates, not just sell. Now you cannot educate, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Right or right? You cannot do what? You cannot pour from an empty cup. Make sure you first teach yourself. You understand? Before you open your mouth, make sure your mouth is connected to your brain with information. I liked it when James said, Upline James, he came here and told us, before you talk, make sure your mouth is connected to your brain so that you speak sense. Can you say speaking sense? Otherwise, you're very confident, we can see you, but you're going to be confidently wrong. You're getting me? Teach before you pitch. Give useful information that helps your customers understand their needs and possible solutions. There are 4 types of customers. There are 4 types of different people who are going to reach out to you. Number 1, in my first training, I talked about it. They are problem unaware people. Can you say problem unaware? They have a problem, but they can't identify the kind of problem they are having. You understand? But now, because you've created a video and you've talked about 5 signs of a liver problem, you explained, and through your explanation, they have seen themselves in your explanation. They're going to reach out to you. Man, you've talked about something I'm struggling with. You have talked about me. Have you gotten someone saying you have talked about me? And those are my best people who will always buy. If they don't have the money, they will look for it and they will call me and I will sell to them. You have talked about me. Man, you've talked about me in that last video. Which video specifically? I've talked about many things. The one you talked about, the back pain that goes down to the leg. I have been having this problem. I've taken painkillers. You start educating them. Problem unaware people. The second category is problem aware. Can we say problem aware? They know they have a problem and they can identify the problem they are struggling with. They are problem aware people. You understand? The next category is solution aware. Can you say solution aware? These ones have tried different solutions. Someone comes here and said, how different are you? I have used GNLD, I've used Forever, I've used this, I've used that, and this and this. How is yours different? Solution aware people. Now, if they find you when you don't have information, you have not learned more about what your products can do, how it can help someone, you're going to start looking at guys, opening your eyes. What did you say? You understand? You're going to be asking the customer a wrong question now. You said what? No, calm down. Spend time learning what you're doing. You're getting me? Understand your products, what they can do for someone. Okay? Use simple language. Can you say use simple language? Explain products clearly instead of overwhelming prospects with technical and promotional jargons. Don't use big words. Some of us create content. You want to go and assure people. Diabetes. You start talking and you're talking. You understand? I want us to take it from me. I'm not saying don't talk about it. You do. But don't spend a lot of time. You don't understand the thing very well. You want to talk about it for 4 minutes. What are you lying to people about? You're getting the point? You yourself, you've just crammed. Do you remember cramming in school? You crammed very well. You went for the paper, chemistry, and you like God was in your favor, in your corner. The exact things you crammed are the ones that came. You have passed the exams. Okay? Now it's the same thing. You have crammed very well. You go to TikTok. You be there. You talk the first few words. You forget. You come back. You've seen people creating content like that, right or right? It happened to me many times when I was starting. You read, you go and you talk. You've forgotten something. You start afresh. You go back and you come back and you start afresh. It happens to everyone, especially if you don't understand the topic. Okay? But now, you knowing that you don't understand it well, please don't make the video more than 4 minutes, more than 3 minutes. What are you talking about? Everything after the definition is a lie, is wrong. You don't understand it. You're getting? They talked on stage. Mr. Steven came and taught us here about insulin resistance. You go and confuse people, Kauka. Which blackboard did you learn from? You're getting me? That is not the blackboard of Good House. Spend time understanding and guide people well. Okay? Use simple language when explaining. I want to say this again for that person who didn't hear. Every time you don't understand something, please don't over-talk about it. You're showing people how ignorant you are about that topic. Have you heard what I've just said? You've just read something, you go on your TikTok, and you start explaining. There's someone I was recording one day, and I was looking at the time, the guy was talking, it clocked 5 minutes. I looked at him, I'm like, I was even doing this. It reached 7 minutes, I stopped the video. He started quarreling. Man, why did this? I had more points. I said, bro, it's not about the points. You're going off point now. We're not here to assure people. You're getting me? Just, how many of us, you watch those adverts on TV? 30 seconds, you have understood what the advert is about. Coca-Cola, they bring someone, and Pepsi, I like Pepsi. They come and someone juggles very fast. They kick on the fridge and the soda falls off the drink. And man, something changes. And you've understood you need to buy what? Pepsi. For you, 10 minutes, you want to talk about something. Bro, you're lying. You understand? You're lying. What are you explaining? It's not a live that you can talk for 1 hour. It's in a live where you can teach people very well. But your videos have to be short. especially if you don't understand the topic. Are you getting me? Okay? Simple language. Now, every time you start going overboard, just know you're using complex words. Some of us here, some words give us problems reading them. Perfectionism. You're like, this word here. Enthusiasm. Those words disturb you. You want to explain it on TikTok. You're showing the world how ignorant you are. Compare fairly. Okay, if you're discussing alternatives, use relevant facts. Avoid unfairly attacking the competing products. Manager said, stick on your lane. Can you say stick on your lane? You're selling supplements. Please, stick on your what? On your lane. Stop attacking other people who are selling what? No. That is a billion-dollar industry. You attack them, they will come for you. The people who are making money will come for you. You understand? Stop attacking other people. Okay? Add practical value, share tips, demonstrations, frequently asked questions, experiences, responsible product, use, guidance. Invite for conversations. Encourage people. Not every video, you should end it by saying, you called me and I will, you tell them, comment in the comment, just comment there and tell me how you're experiencing. Create engagement. Can you say engagement? Engagement is what TikTok also bases on to push your content out there. How people are engaging with your content. Okay? Hassan? Always ask people to engage. Ask them to comment how they tell me what kind of nerve pain are you experiencing. Those are things you can. Then here it says what? Number 6 says use social media responsibly. Think before posting. Remember that screenshots and shared posts can remain visible long after the publication. After you have posted your video, people are going to download it. They're going to take screenshots and they're going to keep that information. You understand? So before you go out there and you post something and you tell people insulin is akauka, you first think about it. You understand? They're going to ask you, which school did you go to? Which school did you go to? They're going to ask you, avoid misleading headlines. Your headline should be accurately reflect your video and the post you're making. Okay? Your on screen text, they should be relevant to what you're saying. Respect privacy. Do not publish, listen to this, I talked about it. Do not publish customer names, messages, photos, or stories without their permission. You understand? Without their permission. Always ask. And if you are in a situation where you cannot ask, please cut out their name. Cover the name. I've seen people do it well. You rub off the name and you leave Andrew T somewhere there, because that is how we save people's names, right? Andrew T customer, Francis. So you rub off Francis and you leave out Andrew T. Then you post. That is better. Okay? Handle criticism professionally. Respond with facts and respect rather than becoming defensive or attacking others. Someone was saying, let us block the doctor. Now me, I'm thinking, let us all go and block this person who says akaoka. Because, man, that is wrong information. You understand? We can put that video down if the guy doesn't do it. It is for our own good, because he was talking about liver care. He was talking about, that is what we are selling. You get the point? Okay? Handle things professionally before you rush out to start attacking other people. Understand your mistakes and correct them. Work on yourself. Tell your neighbor, work on yourself. You need to work on yourself. Okay? In affiliate marketing, trust is the bridge between content and customers. How do you create trust? You create value, tell the truth, build relationships, and grow substantially. Okay? That is how you're going to get people reaching out to you every single time. As long as your information is accurate, someone can Google it. The customer of today is very tricky. We're in the information age. Anything someone doesn't understand, they will Google. They will chat GPT it and they'll get facts and you look ignorant to them. You getting me? So spend more time learning. If it's a new topic you want to start teaching about, don't rush. You first learn. Spend the first days maybe reading about it, understanding. Okay? I can tell that some of us are blue ticking customers here because they're asking you hard questions you can't understand, you can't explain. You're getting me? The customer calls you after using your product, you start ignoring their call and saying, "Oh, this customer is disturbing me. Is disturbing me, ma? Why is he overcalling?" Why? Because you feel like that because you don't understand what you talked about, and now they want more information. Okay? You start avoiding them. Don't avoid them. Just spend time doing what? Spend time learning. Are we together? Spend time learning. Learning never stops. And then, when someone is new, we should not rush to put them on the camera with topics that are very hard, topics that need a lot of science to explain. You're getting me? You know the kind of people that you invite into the business. Okay? You're going to put them on camera, you tell them to cram the whole page with insulin resistance. And the guy is calling it a kauka because you put him on pressure to understand the thing. I took one full day understanding that thing. I learned it from Mr. Steven, I learned it from VP Frank. I told him, tell me your version of insulin resistance. Which products can work and this. He broke it down for me, drew for me circles that I'm using up to today. When I get someone of diabetes, I have something to show them. Okay? Because I asked someone and he told me exactly what to talk about, how to talk about it, to create an impact, to create image, and to make someone buy. He told me. Now, your guy is new because he has joined at a time when you're talking about diabetes. You said this one is easy, you start from here. My brother, it is easy for you. But this person is new to this information. The guy has been selling laptops downtown. You understand? He has been doing some other kind of work. He has been playing soccer maybe. You've invited him. Thank God he has joined. Don't put him on complex things first. If you're to do that, at least spend some days teaching him the basics about that problem. Before you say, Kale, Leroy, we are going to record, and you put him there. Man, you see someone sweating in front of the camera. It's because you're putting them on pressure on a topic that they don't understand. Am I making a point? So, I'm not saying don't put these people on camera. No, first teach them the basics. Teach them what you understand about this problem. So that even in your absence, when they get a customer, they will call you and they will buy. They will make a sale without you being there. Okay? Because every time they will not be calling you, upline, I've gotten a customer, he's asking me. You cannot put a customer on hold just to ask your upline who is busy. You understand? So spend time teaching people. It is nerve damage you're doing right now. It is working for you. Please don't rush the guy on the camera. Teach him what nerve damage is. Give him your own version and give him an assignment to go and read about it. Okay? Verify if he has understood what he's talking about before he goes on camera. Okay? Because every time he gives out wrong information, the reason why you're doing the videos is to create sales and generate CVs. That will not be achieved if the guy is doing the wrong thing. Are we together? Are we together? So if you're new, this is now for you. You also spend time learning. The business rewards people who are learning every day. Every day we get better. There was a point in the training, the market is going to teach you. The market will be what? Teaching you. Okay? There are different phases in this business. There's a phase where people call you and they tell you, man, we shall call you back after. And they don't call. They're testing your patience and resilience. Okay? They're testing you. There's a time when you post, people call, one buys, and others don't buy. That's a phase. We can all relate. Some of us can tell you. Honestly, someone starts recording in October, they start selling the next year in January. Resilience, they have been building that muscle. Are we together? Create accurate content that even after 10 years, someone goes back, they still look for your number and they call you. That is the beauty. Okay? People call me for problems I talked about in October last year when I was starting. Man, I saw your video on this topic. Hey, people are still watching. So you talk to them. Now, the challenge is, because we have crammed something, okay? You posted a video maybe 2 months ago. You made some money. Now you've changed the topic. Okay? Now, because you crammed, you've forgotten what you talked about. You get other customers who call you, I've seen your video about nerve damage. I've seen your video about diabetes. Now, because you have forgotten, man, you start wondering, when did I talk about this thing? You're trying to explain, but you're giving information that doesn't connect. And the customer says, I will do what? I will call you back. And when they say that, they are calling your neighbor already. You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, please, I hope this has helped someone in one or the other. Use this information to help you grow your TikTok, to help you grow your sales, to help you make more money. Are we together? Yes. Thank you so much for listening to me. May the good Lord bless you. Let's meet again next time. Thank you. What's up, man?
What's up?